ya sebe sampai mumro na sebe ya to me
wana okopa samaba so pe grand fedech me boyi na eno ade na abeton 2% me can be bisam question na me ya no enye sa so ayen to aso
lawyer democracy we shall see if saying
hey
for me
20 years o
it's 20 years I dey agree ya dey ache yes sir onyame nkae ho Ewu akwabra kese lawyer odijumai be boss ma ye num nyina ye nya akwan bra mo dijumai na ye nso yesua nti de yapema kuduro bia Kessben asida radio yi mu free mu enye yi mabo ya papa mabo ma chichire mo pay mu dues me kamo na che se adwumayefo wo mu nyinara wo me wo mu free mu call mo wo mu da ho wo mu ni ade ti se yakot ne ba beto mo sa na enikasem na ye wa santimem nti otumfo asantimem wira na se yamanadwo ne yakoso ma na tiri nkwa se 25th anniversary mu ne we silver jubilee and I said non-denominational in Ukobi.
Oh yes, of course.
Sabre na me was 20 na. O bompa ma me dey.
Oh aye.
Yeah, wa for me. With him say Nyamebo on the 4th May friend say commemorative stamp. And you be launching our menchia amotum for. Now on the 6th May
special.
Very special one. No, but sorry. I was in Cyprian's Anglican Cathedral. And him say, hey, St. Cyprian's the foreign. Yeah, Bishop and Archbishop.
In Casafu.
A moment in Ajo, Papa, and Majo, Professor. Na, and then birthday dinner. I mention between for the second hall. Strictly by invitation, but told them do could be.
I thank you.
That I feel the pompons so part of Jubilee Deba on the 12th of May. I will get brim and share. No, nature say, Ohene Gyan. 11th to 13th September, nature say. Ya twaso na ko wie November 24th kra me ka we nyina de a kire se eye nyina yasem se onyame adom yewira mfie aduonum wo abaanwa iso a nkwane ahoden ni nyansa akukuduro a emu odu ede abu asantema ma bia ka Ghana ne bia akoka Africa nyina na no English hima brewa onyan ba bi koe na King Charles the third one. Okay, sorry, yeah, for coffee homework. King Charles, now, o see o mammy, you didn't dear dear. Now, all tons are free, we are simply fooling na Ohene. Now, who say, Santi will be, Ghana will be come. He could see and I come. When you know, Kafua just said you, Unyame, a shirano.
No shirano
when you pent him nominate that. Nti yabakoso amantiri nkwa. Ne nyina hu se ye nyina yasem a. De papa yi o ye me nyina ra kopim se intensi ye penso na asie King Solomon anya 25 years na oye silver jubilee. Ubusa me fa edwoso. Remember hopa
on your way.
Just in a way.
Who got so on your way?
But and then you see a mammy. Dear Jano Quay. Ma, I'm a buzia. Wench. And tea or mampenini, a mamma penny for do drona mampenny, than out Danko Kufuado. Na bedi a chile, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Vice President. Two frank, I'm a new patriotic party. On also then Hokafor, mampenin and Hokafor, and son, I am a chief of staff. Obasima, Mammy Freema, I didn't penny for a Kenyan kuja in no quay. Na yahwerade nanso
amabuzia
yes yahwerade nanso mre bia mko na yedi nkomo na nim se timi ko breakfast nyina ofie na ofa telephone no afre kwamna bra and then person no di breakfast.
Is that a wonderful person?
Yes, yeah, fe ne yakasa yedi nkomo ne ade onu kra no mamu se Professor Buzi anom chese ni nua no last born nti Professor Buzi a ku ni ba ye na wodwane akoeza no ode ne ko
on ne ko ya
ne ko binim so nyam be share na mu anu ti na onyame ahye ma me free maden no se obehye onua pani na mu aman se ontimi nya ye wisiansa anti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewukumasia ono ne ho kafo President of the Republic ukumasia onyina free wanchi beba be mo adwo na adwo so de se de nim no akoya arehosem nanso isan se abato nhihye enti no usukura uja ahem ana inya this year offers yenua yemba MP or your deputy minister finance yenka bi nhiem na ode agya ho na mamra ne kyerɛ sɛ yɛkɔ abato so ne yɛkɔyi foforo the New Patriotic Party yɛdi kan akɔ usumu ayi ne a yɛpɛ sɛ ogyina yɛ nan ɔno ne lawyer Kwabena Boateng lawyer Kwabena Boateng yɛ ababunu abɛɛma ne ho gyina no so yie na sɛ de yɛka no osua homa akɔ n'anim abɛyɛ lawyer adwuma bi na ahobrase ni di a ɔde ma nipa ne mpanin nti mpanin ne afoforo nyinaa ka bom friends say all intellectual patriots, all patriotic intellectuals. Yekua yewa Kwabena ka ho bi. Enunti emumpeni for ba de bia no mbedi nkuta ho ne ade.
Oh no, I say or a familiar face punch and democracy.
Yeah.
Very affable person, intelligent, humble, and all that. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he's a member of the Ashanti Bar, the great Ashanti Bar.
That be first or a member of Ghana Bar.
Oh, the Ghana Bar Association, but the Ashanti Bar, the greatest.
Yeah, no. Okay, but
Bizamwa,
lawyers, yes, are
Kwabena Boateng there say Thursday no na me ye campaign man na obi send me message say lawyer na abana ye ko to TV na me say na me nua kwa prayer de wo adjuso a me campaign e say me ko gina platform so prayer campaign man no enti me wo platform a me de be campaign man no because me maka say we lawyers beka say ye substitution lawyer John Kuma na afrim enti nke court case nke be docket ne be sisan we be trust ke say John Kuma substituted by na ye the Kwabena Boateng e dey show ndi we substitution and I just for delegates na ekoye eno an say mokoto aba ma Kwabena Boateng na ono aba be gina ho ato John Kuma jumadi na we tietie
sa pepe we achinye ne
nka we dey and this for so kan kwekura dey say nka enye ade bia ye match bia ye hu bia
za o mama
omanko physically
za na hu mu die
o winter die chire omanko physically but omo ho
utia da de hu a de chia no pa ebe hu na ase na so nkosehwe opem se ajosoman enim ne ye ajosoman ni New Patriotic Party di ni ye nyane da nka ne papa mu a said ye bi no asusu saa no nka
why ye dia ma MPP ana
ajuso
ai
oh da na da be na
ma mbisa
oh dabi
because ma who say youth associate youth omon boys bia na omo ka se na enka bufo bi e wo omo nti na nka omo aye omo adwen se omo semu na wo Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokofu na wo ne omo akodi enkita ho a omo atie wa asem omo bo abaso ka se ndia uye ye nti sese omo aye omo adwen se omo adwobre omo baba ka ebe ye campaign amalo ya Kwabena Boateng tina na mbisa osan
nti uti ni se ya da mu aye de no
oh na se
mu aye de Lawyer wouldn't say we local derby. Dika yamba said you so mine constituency na enyo masem. Ana Asante party na enyo asem Asante region. Now so chairman and Chibuesi Yako, Asante regional chairman. Onene mpeni ni ade shishe bibia tai constituency na chi. National general secretary, national chairman, national organizer, nimpenfu nyina aba ye be show solidarity near the aboa. Eti ye
mo me koja onko hijack campaign no say no mkoye o ba. Local ifo no ombo mu chido no omunye campaign.
Eti na me kan say omu o background. Yo say enum ye nyina yo.
Zamu asiri dey be bue ma kra ma asisi ya.
Zamu. That the corner onyanya kokobi. Onyanya kokobi na so the dre. But
now yes also ni ho.
Woman,
Captain to our city. Almost all Sirqua.
I never Tuesday now, Omaka. But lawyer, any customer woman say, I just so my achredo. Omachredo copim say, baby or crab bedroom so, Mamma Hammo. Na new patriotic party na ni di try fnum. Enunti se bibi kra wo ho a ye jamna ka. Baby abukwa kudru na memo ana maya bia na odi yawo ba ku mienu bi. Aba yosem ne ade de. Nti enu bi sa na ye hwehwe wo. Ni me group no nti ye pe won a edi yawo. So already bedi kan ka se ye koye nim no. Party ma bibri bia bo ahwete. Obi o ha na ba mu abu. Sa nipa na se Kenya no. Na obi okra se ma ni debem. Se kafra kwame na abena nti brafie na ne obi ayenka. Etini nyina ya nsisi a reconciliation committee. Yewura ambassador friend say Edward Boateng da no. Omu siesie na bi na eguso a ye kona mikopie mema no so a eno di nkuta ho a omso gie na nye onko ye wakuakuo bebrebe ho a o magye saya no ho ba no na abato ye tuwia na ti se de tire atuoro
okay
na fe de auto de ofrew na ayefere na we ye bibibia ebeboa ye am ye hu se going forward animanim ye fi se flag bearer betie si form Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Nchipi, Obeko Regional Tours. No Beko Regional Tours, no Ahoboa Bain, Nishi Bain, Nkomodie Bain, Nsemfua Bain, Necessia Nipaka, Nea Manfoka. Nea no Usun, Necessia Patano. Dear ye, near Patano. Now, a fence so yet to your home for say, ye cassa yim, any anamun too, the Abe Pamafufro, in yai, near ye Bekia crab, and no, not your fan.
Na crab in a two and send if I see you.
I won't say,
crack a sea pan at two send if I see
you. Who has supposed to Samoa because your program here, your baby, a befa.
You okay?
Until I'm said that was democracy, say,
okay.
And if you do me name is Samoa. No one should name me, Kwamraku Governor. Same feeling on your good income.
Okay.
Yaka not been in a call, a program being put on near quick. A Prempa Assembly Hall. Fox.
Hardball.
That's
hardball. I got from.
So, then you are near common new petrol.
That can brief.
I said, yeah, you could grab a baffle. Now, may show come say, and check. NCP, some or Beshan channel.
Okay.
A channel.
Nazache Bishano. Anna.
Oh, Nane. They say, sir, we are the creation. But Drew Kona Casa. Let's at idea or the other call.
Okay.
So, to it is allowed ventilation. Zama. Everything come.
Mate.
And here, pardon. So, them do Adam the assembly. The drive the assembly. If you for Krumana,
I call 6 minutes now. May I quit discharge you?
Say,
yeah, you are quit and discharge you.
Oh, for
6 minutes.
For Captain, the 5 come on and
I just decided so I don't it. Hey, Captain, what you?
and 6 no home.
I mean, check captain.
Captain.
Lawyer.
Captain, as I say.
What are they saying?
Everybody is here. Maybe.
It's in your opinion. Okay, just was it. You tell me, there's your soul for my
Captain was better for more. Another was like a form. But any custom pass home, Papa, because who said, Binomo Bo Home Modian, so Mode and Yabe Cougar in Nancy.
Okay.
And a Josso party, Naya, dear Papa, chairman and penny for teacher polling station for any one a Kahunina. Omu Asuju Medianum, one Cassa. When said, the near can be banned de Yaudiabano, a polling station for a be free moon, our manti or Mohasi, and a cooperative ye bois. Akeka omu nyina abom nti omu nyina atiesi form.
Okay.
And by the time ochina kwasi mampani ne mpani bi duru ho na do anu December tudwa na nkosi ne dwada na captain mother.
Okay.
No mother.
Okay.
Nzamwa.
Yeah.
Me am me fa me nko.
Mate, yeah, my family. And I'm more for the candidate. Oh, I just, oh, David.
Now, one penny grab one field. Then one field. See, Anna, one field and house one field. And then so more terms are
invisible forces.
Two more packages. That's my word in return to sender. Oh, return to sender.
Invisible forces.
Return to sender. But lawyer, mommy, and can see should we say New Patriotic Party, I hope war, Sir Jumediemu. That we will win. Abandon the abel win.
Na just so Mukaze will win. I just so they say you win BP strong go.
And I you know margin no and your person you maintain your now your contra.
Okay.
And then you know him say by elections here now I can form kakra. Your friend 10 more than 10 out.
10 out.
And no na me ani abre aye just said nipa mra meto aba no. And you said to mba tudo mba to aman. Your person samanfo nyina nyane no mu ba no mbeto.
Okay.
So na de me yazam rantie me no mu to aba ho. Left and right, you know, to about this. Can yes, sir, get temper and my Jew move to them, the aquacam. This woman trouble. Now, more here and my money. Would be beyond the mark of that. It is just my better massy, for Massy Denny. What him say, Magia, well, too, pa. Yania, ye buy a bebois party, no. A war, friend said, just so you see, you know, I be me a home, but not until say a wage mediano. Then couldn't diaba, said the Indian African. Now, Mess Renia Sumjie. So far, Sumjena would be anti Baspasabia. Into me offer, say, my Brunam new Mshia and a dynamic Cassia and say, Mumian Cosunia Muni. If you say politics in I and yet sabe ateni or tiny into Tokodia. Yete ha yete he bia ne bia na adwene wo nani wo na koma wo so pese me beka ho ana men so pese obeka me ho a eye nkomodie so ho kan eto asumu na ani aba beka ho ana obeka ho na waye bia na oni akra no bia na bam na abu na bia mfa se bia misamo ase bia bibi ni nam so misamo abam abu ma min kanya ho na bia me ma debe so onti ase na tomu na jese wabafie so ha asemasi de bibia no aye ne bi njono sa no wa bompa ya ma na na nyamensa so na na matra konya na jusu man hene o hima na mu ya santoa na mu okugudrufo na nanoma wo jusu ba mu nyinara ya domas papa ese mo de mo man afem ye otumfo na mo hwe akire ma no de ba mo de afem ye ye amayofo yi ane ne nam so ne ewura ba bia ne ekoba ya domas ne mpaibo enim se mo beka ho na manya kasachira ma kroma no meto aba yiyi no makoto aba na mai na yebewie no na New Patriotic Party kunim di aba dodo no se de ye pe no umya hwe hu yi ka kwanhia nom ne ade nyina ye nyim frim na onyamenke nyina ho kopim se beto aba no bewie jojo Binu an mo bantamana yani damujam. Nansano na yanti asempa. Ababunu pa usu ubehuno. Your friend Ortega.
Otiga.
Ortega. Wapon adwuma kodin nkoma amamfrum. Wasi Africa mu wotwakwam. Carbon pew prekope na wa nyame dia anti ni bresempa memoa ne maye wabantama ne yempenifu nyina ya dia ye wira ho yie pa ye bema busua yakọ yire ne mba na amfonti nyambo achina akwa hwese ne chetie na bibi umbia nam dia tudwa we say nyes be ko so be ko be ka tega ko kam ho anke yakoba
okay
zamu anim ne pa zamu anim no o ka press conference
Nasa banduma de
okay, so Dr. Henry Kwabna Kokofu, immediate past CEO of EPA, former member of parliament for Bantama constituency, and that's why it's called Bantama Shatawale, and he's a private legal practitioner as well. Is environmental climate change, climate justice, and environmental president, diplomacy, environment, advocates and all that.
Yes.
You are acquitted and discharged. But so me call by I know who say grandfather single malt say 21 years compared to or maybe.
Regional Minister Wati.
Me ponya maybe.
Caucus chair Wati. Ohene Gyan no kasa. And you say wa quitted no.
You are quitted and discharged.
One wa kwana you didn't go jira court judges who were jar was onko.
Okay. Dr. Henry Kwabna Kokofu and I will share no enyumbre as a special guest democracy Jumadi so Kessben send their medical akana ya quita discharge and now back to the studio. Mr. Joseph Amwa Ewoha Deda Captain retired John Jabari Ewoha Enyumbre Yetwaso Adwengana ho Ewo democracy Jumadi eso. Okay, so Captain
Minya.
Boko there. Me bazi say a outdooring ceremony of the running mate to the presidential candidate for the NDC Matters Rising. Ms. Amwa?
Yeah.
That is saying. So always looking very fresh.
That's it.
Now I just want some now person who can be. I won't deny you. I don't want to deny you the opportunity. Okay. Now me just the center. Comment. I was just.
Ohene 25th anniversary ana eguma na o kan
silver jubilee.
Na. So when pay for Ghana ha obia asheda aka ohene ho asem boa o de boa no na membo president Kufuor kan se onon bremu oboa no ma onu World Bank for ehia ma wo nyema na ese nkomu ye de boa o man no de boa enti se onya asante ehina nko we as nyina se o hwe Lawrence kan nansia court case by about the legal court case by about we and so we gina we pa so now we akra na panyimi di ne ho dance say ono ne boy na ama ntokwa bia ama o man sim dabon case e kodi ne sem na case ada kwa president aka mo ntimi anka the brain no nyame adum ntimi aka nano na Alan so kan ho asem say African Continental Free Trade Area o kan ho bi ne o lobby ya etim bag na hase enti kire se oyobi a ogina mu se nyese o hine se o sante hine keke ne mo hina o nyame nam so esiesi o man nyina nti ana ebere bi se na se odi afahye bi se a ese nyina de ho shim na etimi bɔ na baso ne bɔ mpa ma no na no ya heal comfort no chi project hwe de otima ya amnet mi aba nti ohene ohene ba ko pe ne o Ghana no ohene timi ya am influence and hina na so ohene
he's the only one. His Royal Majesty.
Yes, ohene ba ko pe nti ohene boy mo asema na eno aso na mo hobi the course
ena man hui sorry
aso na mo ho na say aso na de ba ko na manage ho no say ahimfu bebre ba no hu so bia chinesu bia so obia betena hodi low profile what oh it was so nice ti de Yakobon say ohene so nyame apagya na ko do sabre na ya ba adwusui say de minia kokufu na wo kan wa kan simpi na de nyame ase say adwuso the spirit of Yasanto sorry on say Yasanto anyum na ya kokro hinko Yasanto kan say okun hinku Yasanto oba oyi
aba besia o
to ayi atwere bo eso ano oti atwere bo oti ase ti okun hinku enka adwuso engenduru ba bi aduri na nia subsequent never be a cost one a dear he ama ya odie aba ehonu a credit our problem we nyina so ndinka nanka higher me find higher stronghold anke be by election na obia say hono obia akobon sisen wo ko kan bibi ke very simple this nka obia ko na osa but look at the way almost say na he say party and I say who establishment now wo say no how we are you say wo say na fa ho di but once you put garbage in no if you are obvious it's obvious say garbage will come out so and I could criticize hwe I just wa ba o motu no mienu no enye so motu no sa kwa eye niema na o mu ahihye se epese senior ye no enom ko to aba 2am enom de select enkrofo so enti ajuso no akwa yese obi a onya part no mfa so ne nipa kakra bi even amongst the delegate no kakra bi so previous MP no na onya ne sa na ohu oman ni nyina se ono ono na MP ho no de ofiri mu na no ya na ho no wono ehu ne sa ohu ne se
okay in the way because his no longer Mr.
You know na dey wa bonten so enyo no na ka ba you know na dey wa bonten ye ko dey go hu ne ye e na America so hu ne say ono no na chese we exclusivity with few people be and na create attention we nyina okuru so it is an acquire contest between personalities now unfortunately bakuru free mu no na say ne ho ntansan abeka abrante lawyer we lawyer kan hu ni ase but ase but a institution na obi akoye bibi na abeka obi so it is say no there baby edo no agin say mo wi oh I'm telling you and you likely say MP beat my win this election
hey why you so
oh no
how
and you likely
how
say anybody mo ko to aba no eso hunu say
eso kwabra boatin no mo to aba ma no kwabra boatin na candidate and kwabra boatin as kwabra boatin say dia minim no and say dia holding itself out to people no
and we hunu so front maybe
oh now there's a representative party on a party na you know so whoever na party na you know bia
no na effect because nipa no a obey sa na ma akoso nyina no no begina in the name of the party na there so what you say and we ban they also assume say oba the same thing obey any person the nipa na so be ya there na say we lose confidence when we are difficult to get it back and unfortunately for Kobra they are to but yan hwa de ne hu say e kwa koto ba delegates no a omo ho no me say wo ma do so kura na ebe say
1,100 and something.
but cloning now on better electricity over 100,000. That's what you move 1,000 pounds, which is about 1%. That's it, 1% the gram. You move another 0.5, and I will sign a when you share. These are some of the things that we do. But the buyer nanka now who say a just constituency in or no. Any idea how man to what share all deal with them. No, you are quite fast for or no Becasania. Casanima will say,
Okay, ma'am.
and they say, and
let me assure you, Kabra Boateng is going to win. He will win massively. Lawyer will win massively.
Will never win unless win massively. Omo near man who is on baby. Oh, other than that,
when I go,
other than that, oh, now Doctor, if you are almost going, when I Sanya Manoa, Omo Ayano, and as when we are careful, say, so Cossunas, unfortunately, is going to affect their own fortunes. But you know, Munshan Yadiano, Claire, say, any Claire, now say, Opia, who say, a Sicily, no baby will be adenia. It helps.
Okay.
Because yes, sir, now we sow seed of discord. And the more you sow more discord, the more you sow seed,
it creates more problems.
You get more problems.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed, I say, but let me assure you, Kabra Boateng will win. He's going to win massively. He will win massively. He's going to win massively. And just for I want to mark Kabra Boateng massive victory for Kabra Boateng. Captain, that is saying.
What in there, but just so
Mammy Mauni Aquaba, Doctor, Dr. Kessben, Memo Aquaba.
Lawyer, Major So.
And I'm Boko dear.
Namiado, Minia, Kwame and Michelle.
just so to cry crowd.
Also, I know what different. Also, yeah, but you're
never 2 weeks. No,
Kwame Sano, different
international consultant.
Kwame Sano fans in one, I'm not different pictures. No Supreme, one Supreme, I've no good camera. Now, more for the attention of Conabako. Major is so moon now, so be out here. And in your about program to say, now, baby, adventure, your Bama, your Ghana, and count console, a quenimu. Sajidi Sena, Banusudi, assume any Babasum, adventure, the Magana Conina, here.
Of course.
Now you're doing that, you want your tab, a carbon never support it. Come now, what I'm now in your
but we go, Captain, I'll come back to Captain. I just want to ask Opus or come.
Yes, let me bring your penny cat. I just want to seminar. Who's the issue at a just is that
I just want to and this uncle, adding Namusro.
The base is true. Okay. In the field of elections, you have to be tactical. Also, you have to be tactical in whatever you do. Sabino, easy in declare say just by elections. It's also almost like 2 or 3 weeks, and a party in opposition. We didn't have the capacity, the money to go wrestle that seat. So tactically, we did a tactical withdrawal. Now you saw Janina the principles of withdrawal. It's important that you have to regroup and strategize and move forward. So we'll meet them on the 7th of December. But this agree Omwa MB before no. Omko buromo. They head wedding. Obey. Now some make I just want some. We say na yaso form. Na I just so MPP no. Most of them are bitter about what happened during their primaries, especially the branches and the constituency election. The manner in which some faction were treated.
The polling stations.
Yeah, polling
stations. More branches, so more polling stations.
The way they were treated. No. And right now, my brothers are struggling just now. So be a cow, some cry, some be brave. Now, you know, what figures now. And this is for Montoma lawyer in the first place.
And this is for B. And I'm my
your formal say we are not physically there, but we are spiritually. And this is for Montoma. And people Musuno, a muache. So it depends on how many.
No, but you can't be sure, say, NDC for Entomano because even Parliament cry, but me we put 3-line whip cry. No.
Majority of the people. Some figures that estimation. Numbers say, oh, the point is that we can never tell them to go and vote for. Lawyer.
Lawyer,
That's what I
okay.
said.
In the umbeto according
No,
to
however they want to go, but lawyer,
however they want
lawyer is not an option.
It is obi NDC ni no pe lawyer e bia exceptional ade bi nti no pe lawyer
is not an option.
Hey,
a lawyer is not an option. Into I don't know what you mean in the first place. I don't even know him anyway. So the point is that okay numbers.
the man mom nkoto.
Oh, those who don't want to go and vote we don't have any problem.
But
what they decide on that day, but our point is that they will not get lawyer will not get our votes.
Okay.
Whoever will get the vote, me, I don't know. But lawyer will not get our vote. We heard that numbers, not heard how bitter MPP itself is in the constituency. It's a case for concern.
Okay.
Instead of moving near brain, can just add can just say that some other. And can you somehow we pronounce that one in just now say is because of what has happened at the polling station. The people are bitter. So if you don't take their time, and I said, you know, and the tactics be an strategy be only more than that. He's from you. So he's prepared. So my advice to him is that you should be very careful on the election day. You should know how to manage the election day because the election day, Saturday no be lose election, but from now on he's leading. Saturday no be decide so be winning and so be lose. Because me go for minimum I cook, but we go asin not no. Sika on be pompe Saturday no. I may catch it just for this. Sika no, it is not an agreement. You can collect it and not vote for the person who gave you the money.
Oh, na muni we no so yam asem. I mean like mo grow for
I'm a citizen. I'm not a spectator.
Okay.
I'm not just a spectator. So we are like I said, we'll be there to monitor the elections.
Hey,
me and my team will be
there to monitor.
Oh no, but as a citizen, which you be in 7th December, or year program, I have to go and look at how it's going to operate.
Hey.
What was it?
And these tactics.
We have to go and see how they are going to operate. Then from there, we know how to follow them. So, I wish them well, but I know that it is a dual selection to lose on the election day. So I wish them well.
Okay.
But I pray that they lose for the numbers in Parliament.
Okay. Doc,
lawyer.
I just saw Ediana.
Oh, there be cry. Mamin Chami Sanchia, Ashafone na Mechia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the flag bearer and leader of NPP. Mechia me and boss Justin from Ponkodia, or the Nuko Kwapia, and Penny for more regional. And I had the chance to be in a Jusso. And there, me call for Monsieur, me call Kwamo, me call Bunri, me call Adakwajachi. Tian's Omokano. I'm surprised. Minsena Honorable Kokofu, and so I was associating. So I'm surprised. The woman said, so obi a wa follow by elections or Ghana bia na him say because e be do no na enya elections e koso ba bia no just one place inti political actors say what's our space no obi a take a keen interest in it. It is a ne Mr. Love Enterprise it be call just a campaign no kasa ba me nko campaign minti ase onu timi ko na e okay a adna Honorable Kokofu ko dia na etiko apai say yasesa nkofu akogo. Oh, the logic he was espousing, no. He should have applied the same thing. Abroad, no, or ending Muna Kugolom campaign. No. Oh, that's the first point. The second thing, so they say, Unim say, na, me who say a co by elections, I mean, these are Kazon Kobida. I think the lessons from Kumu and one on person apply.
Lessons from
perform your abysmally.
I've started a reason.
No, there be you are lying. You are lying. I do say. Moshe a Joshua Mokwa, you are going to lose. A Joshua a golden seat for the NPP. No matter what you do, oh, you are not going to appreciate. You are not going to appreciate, and I can bet you on that. Say even in 2024, you are not going to appreciate. Oh, just say, Oshe a Joshua dynamics na. Ampore do me. Ye benya no nanko ama. Because obia party ashe we ni munyam say. Because before so Babe member of parliament, Minister Sanko on what contested on his own merit, Koabe just MP. It wasn't going to happen. But party na when munyam. And likely for him, no, Abraham was a deputy minister under this government. And I buy no year a lot of projects and so just so. Acquire as if na. Ampa abandoned the for taxes na. But abandoned made a decision so Ben were just so. Uncle no a year tafu another place. It's abandoned high. And he was a beneficiary of the Abani. O just say, Yako elections, Ube Yi, or right, JF Honum, former minister for foreign affairs. 12 years. Ube yini fiyono. Wanya beta Obama ye campaign. Since John Kuma unseated him 2020 no. He has been better all through. This will be on person by kind of credit. It's Omoya no makwa use to polling station elections as a caveat, as an excuse. Now me slow. Meba. Whatever that happened, the question is, Abra no ya MP no bomb mafia no. What is say ora o change no bi omina obi asori tia. Akwasi aje omina obi can say and to go independent. Oh, now wouldn't get this point. Get this point. Me say this is politics. This is one kind of crap. Onama also abanoma anko, but you are there in spirit. What do you mean? You're helping your people in line. Someone tomorrow will be, but it's okay.
Mafia that is.
It is part of politics. What say? Oh, in the battlefront, then the battlefront. So please, let's be realistic. NDC for regional executives. Messi be more just so. Debio, Messi. But my making me case. Messi more regional officers. Just so. Sometimes when say uboni pakodia, you might not be fair to the person. But I don't mind mentioning names. I don't mind mentioning names. But the point is, I just want to be fair to Pakono. What I say? Because what say you But point I'm making is say you will be a novice in politics if you tell me say NDC is not interested in working in a juso. This one person I cannot create.
You don't have a candidate. How do you work in a juso?
It's not about you having a candidate. What was this about person will be winning? It means that indirectly you have a candidate. What I say? All that said, no. Me quite just so and what I saw. Me bunni biya kofo because sure me chihwepe sentiments. Me ko bon register to find out what was happening. The mass issues are not come up as me see no. What I say? Okwa na sa kwakwa say ensem bi misinformation bi ni ma ba ko mienu ekoso. Am mpanyfo sure mo no me di ho komo. Em say bon re hin kra ba ka say the mabunu ye no wasn't right. What you say? So these are things at least you are politicians. Yet we call it mobilizing for hey we move rules and power. See. So mo kwese ade ma way now we are because we are bia. It's not there no there. At the end of the day. That is why I make lawyer. That's why I make say NDC ni catch us NDC ni kwa. NDC is not having a candidate on the NDC umbrella tickets no. But NDC is an interested party. And they're on the grounds working. You have no problem. At the end of the day, by Tuesday, at least you should be mutually. What I say? Yeah, Jenny say, Kwabena Boateng, knowing the young man for whom he is now. Under the Bia Love Enterprise, Mukache say we are the future leaders. But yeah, youth, near movie, I know Munko for us as you see. So me movie. Mo. The old man.
Young man.
No, young. They say young. So the contest is young guys. No. Yeah, movie. No, more so at least
I know CPP man call you.
That's what make us say. The contest is say young men. No. Movie. No more old men. No. In that contest, almost I prevent here. Nanka the papa muno, as uncle red do me, and uncle D. Kwabena Boateng, a campaign man. Me will say the former MP. And we former foreign affairs minister.
Akwasi yourself. Akwasi.
Oh, your campaign, ma, Kwabena Boateng. What they do, me catch no. Odebonya, he shouldn't be campaigning. Why shouldn't he be campaigning? He's showing you a good example that you should have followed. Or the 12 years will be two no, Wamana Hano. Or your Juma man. Now do be about 2 if you are better, sir, all through and through. Get it, I can say, a year, Yendiano, Wabon Humoding. A young man at his age, but what me drew, even in law, the practice, or science lecture, okay, or Amstead, the real singing pa, na home farmer, so no see brand and once. We believe say near man penny for Mudin and in Bayeno, or Red J, Jomi, John Kuma Bayeno, or bet was shiny many in arm or Baba more than that. May they hear me Kessben say, was a Juso is a golden seat, like I said. Almost every MP from a Juso gets a ministerial position. It's a day. And I knew the oko. Na Juso Mabunu eternity, a Juso Mabunu any das one no. Na any old baby say Minchuango. And I then Love Enterprise and go for. The point I'm making is say, must say Indian mom words. Say, Namia Duma on Tuesday. Or Mumme in I am calling Koshe, Yenia Beman and Munyam. And then Munyam Mukako said, no, no, quite you. John Kuma so motion and delete. Because the papa muno, say no radio me gidi say or former pa na no dia. Esa go contest John Kuma. About John Kuma tiase, that's go contest no. But one contest no.
Contest is a primary.
Yes.
What you got to do?
What order ni we? Onim, this what this when you dey back one. When you dey back, o say MP beat me tnase. No no atso the album. No da ko elections that's still a 2 official. It's a what you di so ne nkofo ne ntam ye na sa abufo no honum ne sa ne na amu kana. And then one contest. Also interest kwa say o de John Kuman any ho. The late any ho. Na bra party bie mu bie mu no. Se na o di ne ho di a. E da nipa nkone ba one go come na you do am na contest. That's the bitterness we talk about here. Time say mabunu no ampa mu kototo nwura bigu mu koye bo propaganda. Enti ye koya ye cheche me won say say ne nyene ma mu kan ye sa ne tie. Say so ya akwan do me na ya akwan like debi o aban no e declare year of roads. He happened to be a deputy minister. Ampa me na keye na ma pen so agbeka sem na me ye. But no kwan so ne say aban na ye. Na o ma me che aduane na onya bidi. Na o ma me kura che aduane na otimi no ni koto so. O ja say enti say na wo say one eye aban no enka no. The question me bisa ne say ni ma me kura che aduane a obetimi na ni ato so ana. It is so good to work that way.
Oh, so not just
No, me say me so betimi when you ato so ana. That's a fact. That is why let me give an example. That is why I brought NDC was 8 years. And I do me MP where just so when any development to just so. That's the point I'm making. It is a love enterprise. As an American, the people no. NDC was so no a development ben I do me to me and just so. But 4 years MPP buy no. The first time I know a deputy minister no. You will never go so just so. It's about NDC said no. On your send die. It to my said na on your bidi wi a. On sam mano ma me metwe manso. That's the logic in the point I'm making. I have the menace. So on Tuesday, your best friend say NDC for Muslim Kobia, Munsam office on him. Over money tie day. I found I found that you've been a spectator. You've been a spectator for a very long time, and yeah, just so elections, everyone about best citizen. But the good thing is that police will be in charge of security. You see, at the name to a job. Me who say for a red drum for a listing team being allegations, they are unfounded. So be a mugu of senior school for or many registered to come and vote. I'm saying I don't want him saying here BVDs no is Citiana. If I could the tennis so it's only they can verify in Pacoma and Twaba. O just say, and I say a year Kumawu, any asin at the north, a year example. Where police were dampare at the Babagu, a Josso. Yes, so go for conformity for no my baby. Just a metro ni no pending kwa. And over Baba mess up. What I say? No, my point I'm making is allegations on the Bab one thing. They were untenable. I say, wouldn't the power or be quiet then back when say enkoye mano. Then until I started finding reasons. But when say interestingly, your election be so and this one can make such allegations. That be meaning they say if say muna mabuano man yes such allegations. What I say? But at the end of the day, may I believe say it's going to be a free and fair process. I believe there will be no casualties. You be ni nua kwam na boating. E just so for action in munyam. No ababa be sumo mo e kwan sonko so.
So I just for wait them. I'm biased. I'm campaigning for Kwabena Boateng. Me say monko substitution. Monko sesa John Kuma oni hobium. Enti monfa Kwabena Boateng. Enkosi na yes. I'm campaigning for lawyer Kwabena Boateng. Monko to abano emano massively. Substitution. John Kuma substituted by Kwabena Boateng. Asem no enwa no na simple cry. Enti mo I just for we there. Monko to abano boom enfama lawyer Kwabena Boateng. Na onko se mwene ewo just. Now Mr. Mo I wouldn't say wo contest because me know I will campaign for you. Captain Oko contest, I campaign for him. And no there me say there no there. Yes, I know there. Me I don't care. Me kind you be back after that one. Beside mo Oko contest, we then I'll campaign openly for him. Captain Oko contest, we then I'll campaign openly for him. Kessben I'll campaign. That is the point. That's the essence of beside mo we Jan Adriani e wo be kona aju. ebi I saw come microwave no go contest na major no ho say me be campaign ama I will campaign for him there will be I don't care captain ekwa ono say anwumre bi anka wo ba bi ye ne kan abetra ha no go campaign or call contest I may say major no na be I will campaign for him so Kwabena Boateng go and vote massively for him na onko konsimwanam ewo emrashe bajam eno anu no tietia 0551599933 is our test line. You can send us a text message or a WhatsApp message na ebia wo issues pacho me attack me say me campaign ma Kwabena Boateng because what the background men kan eno kwa de men kan. But any other issue you want to express yourself, that's fine. And ubet me a friend will send a message, don't call. Natural 0551599933. I'm first starting sending message. I'm campaigning for you, but you have the right to also send a message and complain. But that's me. Okay, so abo enonso pa onsima adonum now ye call UPSA na ya kohwe the outdooring ceremony of the running mate to the presidential candidate for the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, John and Jane ticket for election 2024. John and Jane reloaded for election 2024. Senior Ekoeno no. General Asiedu Enketia Ekasai or say NDC for nya butre ejese omunya nweni enso omu positions che positions no more compositions so omuntu omubu no omunya campaign no omu win na omunya nweni enso omu che post eno ewo ho. Okay, kama yentie no.
Well, that our opponents have a lot of money and they are going into the vote market with a lot of looted cash. One of the first major risks that we face is to pretend to compete with them in the game of vote buying. No matter what we do, we cannot mobilize enough resources to be able to compete with them in money politics. And indeed, they will be happy if we move the battle away from principles, from integrity, from honesty and truthfulness to the battle of who pays higher. So I like to caution all of us that don't let us abandon the tool we are more comfortable with and try to pick the tools that MPP is comfortable with. So let's remain a party of honesty, a party of truth, a party of integrity. And that is the only way we can defeat MPP. The second risk I want us to guard against is the risk of complacency. The polls figures tend to create a picture that we have already won. I like to caution everybody that we have not won yet. We are on the way to victory. But let's guard against complacency. Number 3, because we are already convinced that we are there, a lot of people have begun taking positions and fighting over who will be what in the next government. Indeed, some people are not only fighting about the positions they will occupy, they are telling all others that they will be the kingmakers and they will be making their appointment. If we are not careful, this will dampen the enthusiasm and the spirit of our followers. So I want to assure everybody that we are not there yet. Don't be fighting about positions. And don't be struggling about who will make appointments.
So General Johnson Asiedu Enketia, who is the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, now all caution members of his party say omo enya butre na omo nyai post na omo echiche. Now His Excellency the former president kasa ewo dwumadie no ase na Jane Opoku Ajiman professor na omo outdoor no enso so kasa yenko captain se yembo professor de yenko na yenko ti asema professor na Jane Opoku Ajiman okaye ewo dwumadie na ase say all accept the position what she said on that day
about returning a competent president back to power. Even about producing the first woman vice president. Historical and exciting though these are, it is not only about bringing the NDC back to power, although that is indispensable in our current circumstances. Your Excellency, Ayebida, President Mahama.
Okay. Okay. Also, on the on Kasena or only a driver's mate. Now, meanwhile, ya do also a running mate, and the or then in the context of the constitutional architecture. Anyway. Yabo I President Mahama and I shoot. Okay, yeah. Now Yanko studio straight up. Now I share a outdooring ceremony of the running mates to the NDC presidential candidate, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman at the UPSA. Captain.
Program no.
John and Jane Reloaded.
It was a very colorful program. So now say National Chairman, General Secretary, ne flag bearer, ne Nana Jane Ekasai. Now, what makes this one special? Ne say first time ne Nana Ebano, no be any no.
Okay.
Me committee didn't kana. I was a little bit surprised because we check it Nana profile na party same no on 10 rooms but NDC is noted for doing that most of the time. We check it Professor Mills Akamuni Nano. They were not rooted into NDC politics, but we just go and bring them and we do that projection. The first time now, when the name came and we're doing the introduction, a lot of people didn't know who we're talking about. And when I talk about popularity, so I say, if you're comparing him then to Mahmoud Bawumia, she was not that popular. But Sebi, within these 4 years, the way she has managed to gain grounds in the party roots, has become massive.
Okay.
And to be a champion for a ma enkomo or Ghana, it has become very important. And Sebi, and I agree say, the main aim of this program was that we wanted to show Ghanaians say, this is how a vice president is supposed to behave. A vice president is supposed to be loyal, have integrity, and must not be fickle. Suddenly, a person Ghana for. Say, Sabi, for the past 7 years, how a vice president is supposed to behave, I touch him or Ghana, I say, want to show Ghana for, say, this is how a true vice president, and as a running mate, is supposed to carry herself about, That's what we wanted to show Ghanaians, In doing that, or share part in the vision going forward, holding people account for their stewardship during this tenure, how she's going to look to transform gender education in her sectors, how she's going to do it into and it's generated a lot of topics. Me videos are MPP for kasa, no. amomobo me nansi na me hu 2 days ago na me say NDC MPP for pressure group biako emabia ko jon say kiniki mamu bamia wo so yi a lady as running mate because who be at party ne so and I say lawyer most of the time no who say minimum din come ka say NDC no ye dwuma na ishegu honu mu and you woman we change a timetable of what you want to do at a certain point in time.
Okay.
Because very and champion and go the pressure by hey mama you running mate we will not scot on to go in some better way yeah he say you running mate I know great thing I'm adding to question for party mu atu enne MPP is in chaos because of just selection of a running mate. Candidate this man is a murderer, this person is this. In fact, you see, the point is that I did a interest in say, and this for the allegation to a running mate, you know, there the MPP himself, Bokutupa, I can't send Tian conform, say a bit where you must running mate, or Ghana Muasi. It has never happened in the Fourth Republic. Say, running mate selection, Abaye assemble Ghana, say, it is only in MPP. And it's part of their records. Now, even death is being associated with selection.
So now, Professor Jane, now, them partners say, or they buy it different from, say, 2020 election, now, or what the side of
the first part, I make in the part of popularity, no. She's now on top.
Okay.
What must I say? Who we swear, Sebo check it infante for side now. How to massive our votes within that central region, western north forum. And this one was evident in 2020 elections. You know? We had 13 seats. Whilst before going to the election, we were only having 4. And I can tell you that it's because of her selection and her impact in the central region made us go to America 13. And I'll not be surprised. Say about 2020, yeah, more than 13 seats over central region. The other area, the area of a man come on, bringing women to the table. We were strategic because checking voter census now, the number of women is far more than the number of what? Men. So we are looking at focusing on getting women votes. Focusing of channel come on me believe biako a man who come na man adono akwoto mo mama.
That's all need take it in. Oh, he should not be on the ballot.
Oh, na sebi. Go for you come because of running meeting. Ticket na omo daso. Go for you come because of running meeting. Ticket omo daso. But the point is that she compliments John Dramani Mahama. That's the point that we are a better channel. So me now most of the time before premo so you running mate. Me I knew who the running mate was going to be already.
Okay.
Because sebi in command Mahama ni edi say I didn't tell you John Nana no and society. I didn't tell Sana no be. That should have made him inconsistent. And I know my president is not inconsistent. And confirm economy inconsistent. Almost change born wherever it's used them. He said, "Matisse is here no, and check. I'm doing a
can't fear some. Can't opportunity no can near my Jane I did compliment John.
What's a catch your soul? That a perception will say Ghana for how a running mate is supposed to be. So I have to tell them what a running mate is not supposed to be, which is being executed by these people, their flag bearer.
Why is he going to? What's the flag? Is he going to be a running mate?
Oh, he was a running mate and he's still a vice president.
But he's been
he's still a vice president now.
But he's not a running mate.
Say, okay, opposition. The integrity of the vice president or running mate sitting has been restored back. As you see, no, running mate and as a vice president, you didn't throw any year button with brain, you be clean. Send a person Ghana for. Say we are running mate and yes, intro child. You must show your identity, or also your identity must be known. You see, running mate, the identity there, then. Sabi, Uncle Flag Bearer, what's his identity? He said, "We name the identity says here." A flag bearer to quote wrong Bible verses in a church, and judge Mama that Mama, why is Mama quoting a Quran in the mosque? Why is at Vatican? Okay, the vice president seat or that reason has been made for long. So Nana Jane is coming to what? Cleanse it. So cleansing all day. What was it? Now, me you want to also or call or education minister no. Oh yeah, and also Becca. Come some casa say. Catch me say. Catch me some Kessben, I saw a catch on the show. No, yeah, education minister. No, on a make teacher training allowance. Education minister, not choking you. Sabi, you say Ghana, a dear AC education food. No, anybody AC what that time. No, our education is in shit now. As you say, point you say, we paint it at blue and white in the here. What was it? Blue and white in the here is here. How to loot and share says the contract command Kessben. Not Kessben, I go painting nine. On CBO, the obvious no person go painting. Lawyer, so Jamie.
Meet you pa.
Inti, what the Kessben?
Mama more than 10 minutes. I got 2 minutes. No, I'll speak.
Teacher training allowance here, but he knows that teacher training allowance, how many of them be able to pay now? What has collapsed this country is part of education tumpon teacher training allowance. Okay, then I can't be a sabi. I won't account.
Who is serious about this?
How would your parliamentarians admitted so? Now, they support that it should be cancelled.
Which of them? Which of the parliamentarians?
Oh, I can't. This guy in Akim Swedu. This guy is now a deputy minister.
Deputy minister for which ministry?
I forgot him, but I mean, I'll look for it. When you are submitting, I'll look for it for you. I'll look for it for you. Akim Swedu, meaning the power.
No opinion on saying that. But
It is opinion that he shared.
no problem, but I still doubt it.
What was it?
Once
So
I still doubt it.
we are going to restore the vice presidential slot. You have be cleaning, or be cleaning, be champion in my education. A man be champion. You are bringing the women to the table. Say, I know you find a man can also. I know you did my bread the decision making table. No, he said your back travel. Also take part in what the decision making.
Okay,
and that is why we make it a remarkable celebration. Say, you say Ghana phone say, na asa babiomo. The rebranded Jane and John are back.
okay.
And they are back for Ghanaians.
Okay.
The Ghanaians, in fact, ya reshim and share Obano.
Maybe that's a captain retired Jabari and I will share and you it's in and you our cousin. Now, me call me Samoa or na me Samoa on this Samoa.
Yeah,
The outdooring ceremony.
it's the outdoor and the say obvious say because I teach one interview. I'll be in running mate.
Some more can one.
Umu outdoor no. I mean so I can't listen. To the point say or cancer on crowd or bar or may just say Davis mate. Nina no ye nema be a share who say me bar nema meet me because not your bar or no obey share responsibility. Be part of responsibility and also to solutions. So he won't be the type where say at the end successful there or no. Say I'm just successful there with him home. You know you can credibility issues no. Say Ghana baby I drew no. Ya fan you maybe one may say no. Obi who say I'm sharing my credibility issues ya to be solving ya behind because you say no. I come here say Ghana for any politicians in Libya because we are bad no chat. On to check your trons so because cancel a politician cry a straight away no na ya brando say when you ska and how we ska and I won't kind of correct and these things must as I say fact episode is to be ye no ntina alanchematin ono no e wona dwum se ono oba o niam bi esi na he has been very consistent ohene hwe sa ayi African Watch 2014 2014 ene mo kan ye no we bebre ho no mo a onsa na dwene o kan bibi o ha o si for Ghana to move forward. Oh, at least we are eliciting the issues. It's about issues. We are eliciting the issues. Also, for Ghana to move forward, the nation needs a transformational leadership, which means bold, visionary, and inspiring leadership backed by action, hard work, discipline, and passion for excellence, and a renewed sense of national consciousness and pride in the people's core values as Ghanaians. So, which is very, very, very important. So the Mamiki Kenyano, Osha Neman Okano, not or highlighted some of these things to prove say or no, if he is bringing this thing to the table, it means we Magana move forward. And Martin can be 2014, no can say after he was elected there, what his vision would be to build a prosperous, modern, industrialized, and peaceful country, with a well-educated and healthy citizenry, who have equal access to opportunities without prejudice to their political affiliation, gender, age, religious faith, or ethnicity. What are we seeing now? So we say, Kenya is being skewed. A billionaire, as a Zimbabwe can, say, oh no, we MP, we road minister. Now say, onye a year, we opposition and now independent there. Obana was overpay you, overpay a year, or man. I say, look at the also kind of the same thing. So also can say a number we are a friend and near Babache. So that in the we need we are not a fin Babache. And once Obian, so do policy system, no mentality, no. It's not helping this country. That's why we have been running a vicious cycle. All this while. Do you need to change this status quo and bring somebody or what a passion for the nation, national development? What does it? Because our two parties, they are only thinking about national elections, the next election, but not the next generation. So how the Alliance I know the qualities of next generational so until you are sana the once you have run a cycle, it may be a choir near BC IMF, your choir near PIMF, near the P, near choir near BC IMF, near the P. We are not going anywhere. And we need to change our hands. Now in fact Ubia Sabrin dear. Obetima Maya, I did bit my boy. Yes, I know you're not Ghana for you subai and answer a ye sharp ben uncle for the agrosan. Jojo last more can be fit that. Was if you vote for a thief, a liar, an imposter, you are not just a victim, but you are an accomplice. It is said here, a cromfo we are on the goofy lawyer for. So we are not going to get on my cromphone. What I say? Until we need to make sure, say, Yanya Yako Traban, just young go a dinner go by a bet, say, Mini, Yanko Trabama, a liar or a thief. Yam Trabama, Opia, and Hotia. Not Jinimu, Nibi, away visionary, or kind of crack. Ah, not Yabio Yabiano. Won't mean a somebody Bianca. Now, what a pepano or passion for excellence, or betting my chichi or my more man at Macon, and Chimakas can also account of them not yet. Oh, what home in the next 15 years? Kessben will be about 45 years. In the next 15 years, will be 45 or 55.
I should be 50.
I should be 50. Sad time, no?
In the next 15 years.
50 years.
I should be 50 years.
Sad time, no? Na woman etimi enya video want so. And yes, in the next 15 years, na you are still running a vicious cycle. And woman in Tikas can in ya bra. Yeah, Breno. Tia can woman tia now almost sa woman sa. No more trap anoma dia obetimi aboa mo man etima ko nanim. Because we need somebody who is going to build and that's a team of people who are going to build the next generation, but not the next election. Timmy dem no adu besia, but no the work kind of there. Well, an American, he has highlighted most of the things that Alan proposes about 10 years back.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph Amwa, senior member of Movement for Change, and I will share no enyumbre, Etienne no enyumbre, democracy Jumadi so our Kessben. Me go Dr. Kessben na menji ne views on this. Doc.
Mesha say fi baby me offer the first thing is say me personally I don't think say Alan is the person because Alan is a known element. Say MPP a year MPP he's been with the MPP from 1992. He served in the MPP anytime MPP about by him until recently Okaswatino. So what changed so much? Some then you see about the woman or on your appointments. The other than one found to, So I think say Honomo or during one it leaves more question to be asked. Now Abraham Meno Kase on your own driver's mates no. Let me be what's executive presidency Ghana practice what you say. Because the decision making is not yours to make. It's for the president. So that is why Abraham no Ramahama or per when your cason and spare driver. Indirectly, he was suggesting something. Timamini Puana no chan, no Mahama no chan in Pau. I don't think that Mahama would have been happy. Abraham would say Mameno. Now you perceive who say Mameno Sema or Cano and Semono a ye and ya. What we are going to do is say, ye beko aqua shema ameno, dear or ye Abraham no opportunity at the education ministry. And a bear yastic for no is a mameno or bobrapa, one more brapa. As a vice chancellor, I know the why they obey. Na minua kaso mameno man komo.
Minister.
Oh, you're not getting me. To was it. Why vice chancellor ne jumano? And no, ministerial appointments. I brought back politics, Master America. Also, man komo mameno se beso front from me pacho. Abraham many education minister. Even gender parity in schools. It took a memo mobile education ministers after her and achieve gender parity in schools. Timban Common, since when my man or Danyani who say, and Paubet me, I am an advocate for Ma. Open to Mintiana. Ebio, and so they say, also rhetorics, no, okay, Anna F. Because it's a better no. Yes, and this policy, I'm because in the and come from by this is a policy if you buy. So this cash was so baby. No, I just the normal rhetorics. And we know say NDC is good for those things. What I say? It's also another thing that I think say it's me a book. Meaning so selection of running mates now. It took Mr. Mahama more than a year to select his running mates.
Because he knew his
Me say it took him. No. Stop it. The fact say, man, from a trouble, you know. You need more running mates, no. Your running mates. Oh, select it goes through a process. Once the process is done and confirmed by the second decision making body of your party, now be declared Wabontia and was selecting the Pacro. And offer your sanity. So you only more, actually 3 more. Or selection after about a year. MPP, yeah, elections in a bay. How many months?
so
Maybe, Tobo. That's a confusion and a woman trimuno. Sanka we are former military officer. No him say BSc met the BSc met the next will be a kumbi. Unim police headquarters Ashanti region. Unam Ashanti region. Ayo killer anama. And now corner ni onko report.
so chairman
Me say me chairman Bianca she. Party chairman Bianca she. Party chairman Bianca she. That's also another lie. Now let me go to Mameno the records. And let's see if say she's the person Captain Jabari is trying to present her to be. First, I'm reading from Manasseh book, not the 4th John. Second, John Mahama was sacking this lady because of incompetence. Me read it from page 136. I say, there were occasions Mr. Emisa Atta, then vice president, heard about ministerial reshuffles in the media, like everyone else. On one occasion, he heard about the list when it was broadcasted in the media and went to inquire from the president. And when it was confirmed, he made inputs. His intervention, according to sources, saved the Minister for Education, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang, her job. Kajomama Epamono. She's that person who presented to you say, Mameno about whom any problem. Only teacher ni be din koma because education for teachers so. The question teacher ni be busa on say, only teachers so kaipa. Now busa be about legacy. Mameno big biggest legacy, and it's a teacher saw me Juma more than 3 months. A bit into a year, a bit 2 years, a bit 3 years. Or the policy by me to 3 months.
Follow the policy by.
Yes,
Please say.
yes, maybe I'm coming there. When him say abai policy bia, it is incumbent on the sector minister. So the memo beko cabinet could defend it. This is basic in governance. And the mammy says, yes, and where they are, then the mammy on number. It is a teacher's training allowance. Yeah, we say a year nursing training allowance. I don't go for some say nursing no a health, but say education. So somebody needed to present a memo. No, defending the entire income. Your term, interestingly, and students are no more picking in the training colleges and increasing. To captain, my legacy, my legacy back on no. My men decided memo koye. Am making sure implementing that 3 months policy. When him said that policy affected about 97,000 teachers. Mammy read the story amount 97,000 teachers. Story no our graphic online. The story is dated September 4, 2020. We've cleared legacy areas GS. Now over a year in 51, the relevant paragraph no. Or saying the Director General of GS, Professor Kwesi Opoku-Amankwa, in an interview in Accra yesterday, said out of the 97,791 applications received for final audit for the legacy areas. Next, always had 97,791 now cut just about 2,229, 200,000. And I end this for Entuamuka. Out of that, 83,763 were validated as being owed and the beneficiaries paid in full, explaining that this represents 100% payment of all validated claims. Teachers saw my year Juma, this huge number. In this number, we are switching your mom to about a full constituency now. Mamma will say innovation about Diano. Sanko Fuina, a Juma my year. No person with you, Moka. It's a legacy. Also, to us, be a man. Also, Mamma about feeding grants. No, from 2014 to 2016, when Jebida, no different bang, any city different. That is a legacy of Mami. On him say about special schools. Benu anuma sabio omadi dem kakra omuntimi e kasa ho ensame ayi kakra mo no omo kra sika kra no se ntua from 2014 to 2016 ma be no entua bi da onim say free senior high school omo de ba ye be bo mo safohene wantua a penny ansa no free omo free aban mu onim say autobuses sa buses yellow bi na these schools mu no wantua a penny ansa no free aban mu. That is the legacy of this woman. Eti uchi maami wei now with the Mr. John Dramani Mahama to the one. Their combination is extremely terrible. It's a terrible combination. Terribly dangerous. Because Oya Mahama, so far, the legacy back what about was about and go on getting it. It was Mahama and some oka. Now the mama me way yeah. Ah, their parents says some combination, no, it has any hope for the future. Secondly, Osha take it now. Lawyer, the ticket has no hope for the future. And maybe I know Mr. Mahama catch say Nanado and you said election and be wejano. Now Mami was 73 years. Mr. Mahama is also getting closer into his 70s. Yes, Anity. And Mr. Mahama a plan for the NDC into the future. Come for a younger person, so the younger person will succeed after him. Yes, I say Wakofa Ubia or no crown a chain or no Mahama. No. Today, just say NDC take it away. Or more any plans for the future. Me, bit manya and Merafone go to think about the essay about bombing. Now, generation come to generation as simple. Do they even understand us? No. What I say, NDC for there. I only wish them well. But I'm combination of Mudi Bay, it's nothing different. You be a young who da. And you be a young son shade that. What I say, and sir, at the Mudi Bay, you pay. The opinion say, Obia were a record that we can refer to. We bear my main record in the education sector. My main legacy of our education sector today. Okay, run a put ya, Napo legacy of our education sector. People can talk about free SHS. Okay, a year education legacy. People can talk about the STEM nation and the STEM schools are ACCC. What I said, the transformation. Also, my legacy back when they say we're introducing one single reform in education since she was when she became the education minister. Not a single reform. it will get a man wadrin will say education kit one kwa amon ho modin some na fail oden kwa no mu fail exams e dos chen kwa mu fail ene it but man ho modin education dey dem wadrin will say vice president the social education dey e ho do wait babon ho modin me who just get easy for the measure how many who did it. In summary, you better man some ma me aba. I think say quite a new element be a word that could be ana rikopoku kra ya ho be kire kakra. O da say but my media she's known. And ana Jabari because on ma NDC parliamentary resource in central region akọ animu. That is not even true. Also the dynamics of central region parliamentary resource it tells its own story. It had nothing to do with the woman. Me patch my many constituency was able to win it. The police station she lost it.
Give us the figure.
She lost her police station.
What's the figure? What's the figure?
Oh, Mr.
Give me the figure.
Worry. In a police station, but she lost it. NDC, my many central region, and people won the presidency. My many patch up a member of parliament. Debbie, no person why Mahama a vice president. In the presidency, I don't know contest you. That is why I Ghana constitutional. But under the oath of presidency, no. I say I haven't been elected because they are elected together. Mamino even in central region, they lost the presidency. It's why I'm going to say my it's a parliamentary results of course. And just for the benefit of the doubt, in 1996, 9 people were 3 seats. Now NDC were 14. In the year 2000, NDC 8, MPP 8. In the year 2004, MPP 16, NDC 2. In the year 2008, NDC MPP 8, NDC 11. But your 2008, Mamina Ohana. Debbie. In 2012, MPP 7, NDC 16. But your Mamina Oh. So if say a movie to 10, 13, where like I said, Mamina 13. That's a fallacious argument.
Okay, about no what chapa on Sima Adunu and watch democracy Jumadi so on Kessben. I'll go captain will do rebata and then I'll come back and then we'll do rebatas and then I'll go and read your messages and then we'll get back to another issue. Captain, remember how many minutes? 2 or 3?
Oh, yeah, call 5 call 5.
Okay.
As someone can be a throw without no proof. The first lie I'm saying say I'm caso NDC address no 4 years juma for 2 years 22 months in a 3 months salary. I say sometimes you know minim say Kessben wako school ache. The new Ghana says no kunu school until wako school or broche ache so some of this propaganda no nyama and kwara no mo. The point in the song at that point that argument was being made was that there was supposed to be an evaluation of those teachers who have been trained. So the decision was that 3 months more while the evaluation is being done. What was it? That was the point. And you try so 22 months and 3 months. It's not true. Only evaluation when the teachers for anything. I cannot. So if they say that we should do an evaluation so that we pay 3 months so that the people are being paid, that will be policy, no. Now when you Kasano say woman buy no, he didn't bring any reform or any policy via the education ministry. Yes. Which of those policies? One, change of curriculum, no, books from the You see, when I'm coming. I will admit that she didn't bring any reform. Okay. You who brought any reform, no? Hallelujah. Which of those reforms have you been able to execute? What must I say? Which of those reforms have you been able to execute? It's one of that sloganeering. And idea who here and idea is no. Pascal Kotoman Kora. Yantia said Koto Pascal Man Kora some go. Yantia Sena, a year teachers for education school can be one. Yantia says school can accommodate Mukuazi. That's the legacy you have left in the education sector. Yantia says also pretty Ghana for school blue and white, NDC party colors, MPP party colors. Yantia says okay say or buy one year. E-books one time is here. So let me ask you a simple question. What say where education will be noted for what? STEM schools. Whose time did we start building the e-blocks? Whose time did we start NDC build the universities? Why so? University for
Which universities?
Let me give you the name. University for Environment and Sustainable Development.
You're not even updated.
What are you talking about?
Not even a block. Not even a block.
Minya.
So stop lying.
Do you know what is Kessben's problem? He was talking about education for the youth. But I mean, say Kessben school, Kobi, what can I say? Kobi and Kai, for our education sector now. What are you talking about? Is it the same that it is there now?
Because SDGs is what
Is it the same which is there now? Because we continuation of education, we call Ghana, I say. It's only my dear. Ghana education system was say. People are dying and weeping under this administration in the education sector. Over Chaka and say, Dana, Napo, Educhum. You see, the most surprising part is that a British trained country, you compare education minister, the American trained education is there. You think that influence those the policies or 2 more year and more Ghana be a Sebian for Ghana come be
point about Copa.
Let 2 more also who is school be who's go painting blue and white. Now me school work panda Sebi crowd at that block Ukraine work painting into other hats and we painting the same. We are say you change a white bow tie any
that's even
white shirt. Do you know what happens to a white shirt? See, sometimes these people just sit down.
Where did you get these lies from?
Why
did the minister say?
You see, if it's a lie, my
spokesperson up saying Pierre Nababo have clarified.
What are you talking about? I said if it was a lie, lawyer would have told I'm lying.
And
what about
so
let's not sit down and talk plenty.
Okay.
Kessben, you're a youth. And you know how you are destroying Ghana's education here.
Okay, Captain, your 5 minutes is out. Let me come Mizamwa.
Records are important.
Records, I say, will be a compare. And compare records there. Young head will be a demand or bar or betimia because of my children. I never acquire the FAPIM, agent a economic environment. So, and you will be a day economic sharing, and once would immediately do say it's because market education and market can your economy. So, because it's very important, but because the economy in Yaya and then again, you know, it be unmade my age. So that's it. It is the they said the vice president who acquire now president now about no na the box the box stops to films or no about records ben or whatever. It's very very important. You see another because napo koi angomasui could be pipe PP02 what can be the plaque neighborhood was it this PP02 was conceived by Napu Dr. Friends was it this pipeline PP02 was conceived by Honorable Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, was built by Gensa Energy and commissioned by Otumfo to the second as until on 17 April 2024. Conception of BIM. A chess obia bar or not again. I did why in our Rebecca. In the same idea, we have to look at those things. Former president in now, Dian will be a TV not Gina ya, a bow may, will be our candidate. Then you have to Obama. It's very, very important. But yes, bar, and you're there now, Bob announced one casa. A dear, what me, I've been home, I conceive what dear bar, or Ninty, Ghana for you know, young Jenny and Trobama. T. Your mamma or bar on Fandemra. But we are or bar on Fandemra. A lunch Martin so bar on Fandemra. Now who's a media may bow, ma'am, and answer me back Ghana. Now you want me to has in. And near my met me, may feel my dream, my ya, my boy, ama or mine to my conim. Mimidini. Me to me, that's what I'm going to look at. Okay. But for now, many of the ground, met my Shabakwa, mini arrangement, Martin, African Continental Free Trade Area. Yen you being concerned or Album now, a good father in a man appointment of the year, and as a good for a man appointment. It was outside the governance structure. The African Continental Free Trade Area ono na okwan ni ade no pursue ya to the point say eba Ghana ono said of South Africa say check Africa move for na ye di pay for to ano no mkolo bia eba bi duresi na no 9th April ya na Akufo-Addo ko gina ko kan say over 700 Ghanaian products are absorbed under African Continental Free Trade Guided Trade Initiative. Which means that adia ba ko alanjamatin conceive ya or de ba ya aba to ma we sem e bua mo ma na ko nanim.
Okay.
What you say? Enti ba mo nyaso fam dem na do no conceive enyo mbo ko video nyese de obi akrekre no beka yo mama so fam dem na because say no ma bi adro ye bese akọ anim ye ntimi ntina ho enhwe so obi a e be kan ne bi a be tutu si agani bi a alanchematin de ba ko pa maka no obi a ka bi an fam dem na we dey say ya nem nka certain
Mr. Joseph Amwa Chaditia Doc.
Yeah, lawyer. More for the
5 minutes.
Yeah, me team of a beyond Menyaji.
Also 2 minutes for that.
And then when you're 5, I don't say, me catch him. So now, more for beyond Menyaji. I mean, there's so kind of put your so conceive idea, no, and we year and out for a commission. The same way, if say a year oral and chatting conceive idea now, no be here a year a medium. To make sure say you implement it African trade Continental Free Trade Center no, and that went through governments because any private. Just say so at least no, it brings back the whole thing about the role of the government in even what Oral and Martin did and the platform of government the man ultimate or the year no. When him say one other legacy a year Mami Jena na want to say the time and a year schools universities set to electricity bill. So him said no in 2015. The time, the legacy back on. So, say, because school or Ghana, also go school or Ghana, who go school university now to electricity bill. In 2016, university students were in arms because of Mameno. This is the innovation you are talking about. So, Mameno is a known element. Also, Mameno e-blocks, sorry, the idea you promised 200 e-blocks. In Mameno handing over notes, not the World Bank, a finance 23 and movie. In Mamu handing over notes. In Mamu handing over notes. What do you say? So that is 23 or as a percentage of 200. As a percentage of 200. Just about 11%. Oh, 11%. Are you happy about this?
It is not
20. Mamu handing over notes.
It's all handing over notes.
Oh, bruh. That's all I wouldn't and I say, Messi, only men I say, my mineral record in the educational sector. Only teacher Nibia Kasa, not the boy F. Meanwhile, Solomon, and I say, oh, na Debian to cray and 2 or 3 months. Course a bear money message a bear mono. If you question on pay slips and pushy by. My mini legacy, Messi, my mini legacy, the biggest one of all. And it's our 3 months pay policy. Asa, the second one, and they say, Omitra a year teacher training allowance, and then there's in training allowance. Because it has to do with education, no. All the next was submitting memo to cabinet. Mammy the feeding grants. And the menu what the school of the deaf, no. And from 2014 to 2016. Feeding grants. Now say the next short then at ref young. Say 2016 to 2014. Even northern school subventions and the cock and never could be. Mammy was a minister then. So mammy record in education here. A bon cool. It was my many ma yeah. Debs I would jagu ho. I will run up a buyer being inherited as education minister. Our class are debts, yes. Yes. Maybe I'm some more figures. About wow. What him say, for instance, a utility bills, government, about no rather poor. There's a story dated May 11, 2018 on Graphic Online. Or say, government clears SHS utility bills, releases 8.8 million Ghana cedis for outstanding debt. The battle and can be. On top of that, no, a year 4 million amuja for feeding grants. Buying a bit to all the other debts I had cancer muja 2014 to 2016. It will be someone in the budget for 2014 and 2016. No, not the day. They are not here because a cow was jagu from 2014 to 2016. It's immediate. Like I said, immediate. Say Mamina a year NDC the number. Or Mahama combination no very good for the NDC. Because it is a very terrible combination. I gonna for who ya a man gonna for some memories via memories in your papa. Ekoye obi a ye nim no obi a ban mu wan play role kese bia o just say I know obi born who modern kwa ba no wa ban mu say erikopoku kra na kasam ka bedin but my media at least ensem bebre ho and the education so we are going to take education ni a share ne legacy with our education ni a hwe ne ma wo ye education and luckily for her Mahama was her president then it told me no come boma it's a very very fine combination. The captain, I think you gave MPP a gift. We are happy for you.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to you, gentlemen. Let me go and read some few messages and I'll come back to you. Good evening to you, lawyer. What the MPP man is saying is the truth, giving points by points. The NDC Pope is more younger than the bishop herself. Nana Chrewa Siabo Bimpoma Kro. Thank you very much, and thank you also for your message. Now, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Captain is telling that. My sister worked as a teacher for 3 years and was paid 3 months' salary. This one is coming from Nahaba. Okay. I'm refining on my. Good evening to you and your panelists. I am Darlington, watching you live from Tamale. The NDC have nothing to offer Ghanaians, especially the youth. Please, I need Dr. Kessben's number. Okay, we'll see how we deal with that one. Good evening to you, lawyer John Mahama and his incompetent former education minister have nothing new to offer Ghanaians. These two leaders, John and Jane, are old-fashioned Ghanaians and ready to vote for these two incompetent John and Jane. Baumia Betriaso, case closed. Asempa Eyetia. Atimbila Pato Kintampo sends us this message. Good evening to you, lawyer. On the issue about inauguration of Jane Nana, I think age should not be a barrier of appointing someone. The only criteria should be competence, truthful, and loyalty. I think Professor Jane has all these qualities. Baumia was young, but he has done nothing to improve our economic situation as he promised. I think John and Jane ticket is the best blend to change our fortunes come 2025. The MPP should be ashamed of their abysmal performance. Okay, this one is coming from Prince Kwaku Ahima, Pig Farm, Greater Accra. Thank you for your message. Hi, lawyer. Is it not this professor who was the education minister? Jessie Aguna Santi will want to know. Yes, she was the education minister. Hi, I plead on my knees to Ejoso electorate to vote massively for lawyer Kwabena Boateng. Medasi Ubenyache. They shouldn't vote for Ejoso Mahama. Hey, you call it Ejoso Mahama. Okay. I beg you. Good evening to you, lawyer. Assistants now, the policy Prof brought at the education sector are still in place. Example, teachers are still given 3 months irrespective of moms who worked. Nursing training allowances unpaid. So Prof had a vision for Ghana, he says. Teacher constitution, Biamuasu says, do JDM and Prof Jenana Opokwajiman think we will give them a retirement package under the watch of Prof Jenana Poku? Trainees allowances was cancelled and 3 months pay policy was introduced. Greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Chief of Staff, Fremont Parry, and Honorable Mavis and Kansa Buwedu. Good evening to you, lawyer Ohene Gyan. By God's grace, Tuesday will be end political career for Owusu, who is one of the political gold and I know that Alan Chiramateng is supporting him, but the battle is still the Lord. Bright Takwa sends us this message. I said, please tell the NDC man that the best ever Vice President is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and not someone who cancelled teacher allowances, and she is not fit to be the Vice President. She is not bringing anything new. NDC talking about women, ask NDC man what they did to Lydia Al-Hassan, calling her bloody widow in Parliament, and now they are behaving like they love women. Mahama appointed her as a trap and nothing else. Please tell Captain that he is okay. Bright, thank you for your message. Okay, this one is for Mr. Amwa. He says, tell Mr. Amwa to say what they want to do and stop attacking MPP. Alan and his people. Interesting. Messages money say be I will not read. So yeah, I'm editing her before I remember her. I know that sometimes both the emotions and the type, but Ejusu must behave as Yasantiwa. They should pave the way that MPP can't take Ashanti region for granted. NPP remember us only during elections. Okay. It's good say one can say memo to makuka other than that. Lawyer, thank you. In fact, engineer Aduome is not doing good to himself by contesting this election because he is going to lose his credibility after this election. MC Kwapra sends this message. Good evening to you, lawyer. Please, I'm Justice from Wasa Akrupong. The program you're doing is good, but when you're asking them questions, you ask them in Chi. But if you are reading the text messages, you read them in English. And not everyone understands English. That is that's why most of the time we call you, but you don't pick. I say, oh. With a big case, oh. But I can be reading, you know, Chi. Okay, many me producers be discussing. I will say, so be testing back na make reading what chia. You better try. Good evening to you. Please tell Captain that he is doing a great job for NDC, and we are so proud of him. DMX Kintampo Bono is sends us this message. Please, I am Nana Kwame from Sunyane Mantukwa. NDC sharing positions. Ghanaians, we should be wise from this NDC people. Okay. Good evening to you, lawyer. But we have done this for so long by sitting NPP and NDC on round table for discussion without any good results, apart from allegations against each other. Let's stop and do program to attract investors to speed up one district, one factory. Nana Buaji Trimudahine Shidim. Thanks. He says thank you. And I thank you too, Nana Abuaji. Good evening to you, lawyer. His old wine in the new bottle, Mahama Jane, has been rejected by 1 million votes by Ghanaians. Dr. Baumia is coming to continue the good work. Alaji Aminu Begro sends us this message. Lord, you are doing a great job. I will urge every member of the MPP at Jusu to vote massively for lawyer Kwabena Boateng on Tuesday. Lawyer go, lawyer come. Padmore also sends us this message. Padmore, agree 100% with you. Okay. We have 8 minutes. Okay. Let me come back to the studio and then see what we can do. 8 minutes to go. So if we share 2-2-2, we'll get 6 minutes. And then I can do another round of it. Captain, if we share 3-3-3, it will not be enough. So 2-2-2. Okay. So Captain, maybe about 2 minutes. Okay, let me give you 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I will manage it. 3 minutes. Maybe restrict to just 3 minutes.
Me boss some of the policies are Nana Jean at the buy. We're almost about 100 of them, but I'll take my time to list them. Or upgrade the colleges of education into full-fledged tertiary institutions. Oh. He introduced the unprecedented private BEC system on the bar Ghana, and I don't introduce it into the education system. Polytechnics, they call 10 universities in Nano, and impression.
That's not true.
Polytechnics in the call.
That's not true.
Show me proof of.
But Polytechnics here, where here, K-Poly. Tell me the bear university.
When we can't take university, when did they do it?
Maybe. Let me deal with just that.
It eliminated the obvious shift system in our business schools. Then time we call Arapani Wiano when they be building infrastructure to cancel all those things from our education system. On the MAC School of Allied Health and Allied Sciences, Futa Region, Science University, and you're not prince you see here. Nana Jane Prince supervises herself in the CISA University. Almost University be our Ghana. He introduced student loan benefactors from 13,833 to in 2013 to almost 24,951 in 2015-2016 academic year. He upgraded the student loan form from 650 Ghana cedis to 1,000 to 2,000 Ghana cedis. He increased capitation grant by 100% for 11,650 public schools in the 75 deprived districts within Ghana. He abolished the quota system at our colleges of education, which led to increase of enrollment to almost about 15,000.
Which is also not true.
Reduced teachers' absenteeism from 27% to 7%.
Captain, thank you very much. So your time is. I brought some. Maybe that's my because Bisamwa.
Media, as a channel, so say, education, you can be. So, can you know, it comes to one point. A Juma jobs. Since our 3 presidential candidates, no, but why not? Or capacity, or shall be team creating you, ammonia BI. One of the policies a year job friendly, I bet my mojuma aye. And to one more school education, can you school by man of a pie. Now, who couldn't answer Alancha Martina, the policies, and the Niama Waye, Niama Washing in Ano. A dear question, we say. So, we school now, your brand and always now per Jumaya, Obeyabi, and why. Because yes, Sana say oko tutu mu bia oba na be did this have a casa sa be commando ye po bia obetimi ma enwuma ba o ma we sim na no say minim emsenda na say nura meti say na omu ye interview bi na say senate by the year 2019 na senate na egu
actual studies na no mo ye
2029 2029
intimi ngusa.
So
The verse no actually no no but snake be actually studies some here from
it's all because as a employment sort into omunya enough contributions between national sustain.
It's about investment.
What does it? Nti you know one aspect. But so we nya obia oba obetime expanded the job network na mana yakese obvious say ebetime manage now. And another one says the World Bank director now we are not so kasa now kasa. They are going to have challenges in worldwide employment by about it's going to reduce by about 40% because of the artificial intelligence.
Yes, of course.
It's a digitization they banwa omudi akire no so be gunyuma. It is a obi regional digitization. You also another area because where World Bank you moka on. And so betima be gunyuma nti say wo be dwuma ye dia. E so onye obi a wo de ne ba oni policies betimi am yetima create more jobs or having be now you can see all these things because he has proven himself say is the person who can create jobs for the youth to be able to work. Enti mesre nu anwa yetie nyina as dey kan nyina agi no who we school be page na aye ukuru tifie onya adwuma nya wo na ho kiro oyiri tifie onya adwuma nya na ho kiro by the lanchematin ba sa nyama sa risky we can stem it.
Okay.
Let my boama enuma ba di mu ento aba ma lanche ma.
Be da simisa mo am call Dr. Kessben will have the final say.
Lawyer. Na Jabari say MPP and C University Akokra. Minim sa Ashanti region tai e kumbi Ashanti region there. But offense not. Yes, offense not. Local government university. Yes. No, say unimumpo.
What are you talking about?
Unimumpo. You don't even know. Atakumadan, you don't even know. Me say local government university. What the Google say? Show phone so. What I say? This university of boy energy renewable idea boss. Ampa NDC started a conversation. Abayin bass just based on the directive principles of state policy. Abayin Janto. The first block I lay was done by the NPP. Ampa mo say bibiase a discussion. Ben people abayin by Pennington or 12 Jumedi so. I'm a university where say I first face I can visa. So bana because say mo na mo ye ya. At least give credit where credit is due. Say me can say mo share nkomo ase no. Look as me can say MPP and they share nkomo na say mo na mo share say. But until na mo free so. Man lay one block. Just like Pocracy interchange. I mo share nkomo bi ase ye beto aso ye wi no. So you give credit where credit is due. Menia, the make kwaku sini say adwuma sema of hiking. What say currently in the world about 8.5 million people. Adwuma da ho within the IT sector. Even in the global north, the developed countries. More friends are more be Pakistan, be India. But me mama HP, any other say UK, friends US. Remote what Pakistan. No code more money try to cut in dollars. It's all about me say oba. Sir, invest of property.
As we be wa.
Consultants, I mean, IT like
Okay.
policy consultancy. Say, okay, say, obey this university. Our investing will be IT focused to ensure say the youth to many jumano. The point is globalization. Any COVID by you don't have to necessarily move into another country before you can work there. It has also taught us say you can export unemployment. That's the logic in the Baumia. In Jampa, you couldn't mean to me accommodate to be as a you quit in Yuma Hanum. Ampa digitization bano ebema efficiency aba ama ya hu here nipa bebre but all focus in nipa no energies and nipa skills are there is 8.5 million jobs. That's even just in the global north and they are increasing. And Africa is going to catch up with this whole digitization thing no after that a hub for IT. Why doesn't Ghana present itself say Ghana the alternative no in Africa? And that's what Baumia is talking about, and that's where the jobs now Baumia can know. I think saying creating jobs. And if you see movie, you're moving from that the first revolution, industrial revolution, second one near video boom kafu. Now things are getting better. What I say? I don't care what day if you wine no. Now press back up now ye free. It's a press back when the penny be if you're ma or mom code my own press back with money. That is where the job is.
Ebi ni amu who was here. First I can brand na hana camera.
Na camera Johnson camera.
Where a robot camera. So
exactly. But we be one more air share. No, movie camera to movie, and that's where the job is. It's I think having those technical skills doesn't mean we're unemployed.
Okay.
In the military, in the police, here dictator person, here, and that is the next phase.
Okay.
That's the guy. Baumia represents the future, but and this alternative it still represents the past. And what will be?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. One message, lawyer, be neutral. Don't choose for people of Ejuso. You don't live there. They know who is good for them. That's democracy. Okay, I'm also putting it to you that democracy means I can suggest that they should vote for lawyer Kwabena Boateng. So I'm suggesting that you vote for lawyer Kwabena Boateng. Thank you so much, Captain Retired Jabari. Thank you so much, Dr. Kessben. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph Amoa. On that note, close the chapter on today's democracy program. Thank you so much. On behalf of the producers, we close the chapter tonight. God willing, next week we'll meet on democracy, talk and Tengana on this program.